Hey guys, I did my author over Grace Lynn. She's an author and an illustrator. I want to start by reading one of my favorite books by her. It's called Big Mooncakes for Little Star. Big Mooncakes for Little Star by Grace Lynn. Little Star's mama laid the big mooncake into the night sky to cool. Now, Little Star, Mama said, your mooncake took us a long time to bake. So let's see if you can make it last a while. Can you remember not to touch this big mooncake until I tell you to? Yes, Mama, Little Star said, nodding. And Little Star remembered as she brushed her teeth, washed her face, snuggled into bed, and fell asleep. But in the middle of the night, Little Star woke up. She forgot everything her mama had said and only remembered the big mooncake. Pat, pat, pat. Little Star's soft feet tiptoed to the big mooncake. Would her mama notice if she only took a tiny nibble? Little Star didn't think so. Yum. But with someone coming, Little Star flew back to bed. The next night, Little Star remembered the big mooncake again. That one little bite had been so sweet and tasty. Was the cake still there? Yes, it was. There was that big mooncake in an almost perfect circle, all alone and delicious in the sky. Would her mama notice if she took another tiny nibble? Little Star didn't think so. Yum, yum, Little Star flew to bed. And the next night, what do you think Little Star remembered? The big mooncake, of course. Would Mama notice if she took another tiny nibble? Little Star didn't think so. Yum. And the night after that, what did Little Star do? Nibble, nibble, yum. Night after night, Little Star took tiny nibble after tiny nibble of the big mooncake. Until one night, Little Star's mama went to look for the big mooncake. Where was it? It was gone. Instead of the glowing round cake, there was just little trails of twinkling crumbs. Little Star, her mama said, shaking her head even though her mouth was curving, you ate the big mooncake again, didn't you? Little Star looked up, her grin reflecting her mama's smile. Yes, Mama, Little Star said, nodding. Now let's go make another one. I really like this book. I think it's really cute and a really cute way to introduce your students to the patterns of the moon and the cycles of the moon. This page in particular, this one, is really, I think that's a really neat page and just a really cute way to introduce your students to how the moon cycles. And this is a Caldecott Award winner, so it's pretty neat. Okay, so now a little bit about Grace Lynn. She grew up in upstate New York with her mother, father, and two sisters. While her two sisters went on to become scientists, Grace Lynn attended the Rhode Island School of Design and became an artist. Upon graduating, she began working on her children's books. Her first book is The Ugly Vegetable. She published in 1999, and it received numerous awards. She continued her work and has published more than 20 books, including Dim Sum for Everyone and Ling Tang, Not Exactly the Same. Her novels, she has two novels geared more towards middle school, The Year of the Dog and The Year of the Rat, which have also received many awards. Most of her books are about Asian American experiences. So while I was doing my research, I came across this video of Grace Lynn, and it was just a quick little interview of her. She talked about how she started writing books and becoming an illustrator, and when she decided that she wanted to become an illustrator. So a little fun fact here is that when she was in elementary school, there was a book writing contest, and she entered it. She won 4th place, and that's when she decided that she wanted to write children's books forever. So I thought that was pretty neat, knowing at a young age that she wanted to write children's books. Another fun fact was her first book was created when she sent out her sample illustrations to publishing firms. Editor reached out to her and asked her if she had a story to go along with one of her illustrations, and she didn't, but she told him that she did. So she had to quickly create her first book, which is The Ugly Vegetable. So I thought that was pretty neat. She may have never wrote that book if you didn't ask her for a story to go along with it, so that's pretty neat. And then also, something that I came across while I was researching her is a really neat quote from her, which I absolutely love. It says, "If you make happy those who are near, those who are far will come." I think that's a really great quote, and it speaks a lot. So for my activity, several of her books are about Chinese tradition, like I said, Asian American experiences and Chinese tradition and stuff like that. So after reading one of her books, it's called Kite Flying, I would have my students create their own kite using construction paper and party streamers or whatever, whatever I had, and then talk about like the symbolism that goes along with it. In that book, at the end, it talks about the symbols that they put on their kites. They put animals or shapes or whatever, and how each one symbolizes the traits that that person wishes to possess. So then I would have my students choose an animal and put it on their kite, and then share with the story why they chose that animal and what traits they wish to possess. So I really enjoyed learning about Grace Lynn. She seems really fun and just bubbly, and from the books that I have looked over of hers, she just seems like a really fun person. So that's Grace Lynn.